Good morning, everybody. Eric here from EFBM, and it's Monday. I like to say never miss a Monday, even though I missed last Monday. But we won't dwell on that. I talked about that last week, so you can catch up on that video Friday from where I was all week. But today is a new day. It's a new week, the start of a new business week. So let's get down to business. How you doing? I know for me, I had to have a reality check. I had to realize I can't work as much as I'm working and, study for my other job as a pastor, which I love, and be a dad and a husband. I can't do any of those quality-wise if I'm not taking time to rest and recuperate, which in turn, it's like a symbiotic relationship. I can give my all to my family, and I can give better when I work out harder and push myself and exert more energy. But on the flip side of that, to maintain that, I've got to take downtime. I've got to regress, which brings me to progression and regression. Now, I don't know if you've heard of these, but progression, being where you push forward, you push harder, you push more. Regression, where you go back. As far as fitness is concerned, progression is when you push that extra rep, when you increase the amount of weights, you increase the distance, you increase the time. But there are times when regression is needed. I know that I have had to practice regression in my workouts recently because, hey, guess what? I'm not doing P90X anymore. And so when I was doing P90X and working out, when I was doing 2 to 3 workouts a day regularly, I had a level of fitness that I cannot currently maintain. So I've got to regress. Is that necessarily a bad thing? No. What it means is that I still want to be able to do the same things. I just may not be able to do as many of them. But that gives me time to work on form. So here's what I want you to do. Let me say that more clearly. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to identify somewhere that you're struggling. If you're struggling with jogging, maybe you get winded after a certain distance, maybe your legs start to ache or hurt, whatever the case may be, what I want you to do is I want you to regress back to walking. Maybe you increase your pace. Maybe you break it up. You jog for a couple minutes, walk for a couple minutes. You break it up that way. But regression allows us the time to rebuild, to bring back, to perfect form. One area that I'm doing this is with pull-ups. I can still do a pull-up unassisted. It's not pretty. I can't do as many of them as I did when I ended P90X, but I can still do a few. With that said, I want to be able to do them without kipping or kicking or jumping or jerking. I would love to be able to do just straight-legged hanging pull-up. I would love to have that amount of just raw strength, because that is, to me, that is true strength. I know I've talked about it before. I want to get back. I want to, build up my functional strength, the ability to effectively move myself. So one area that I'm doing that is I'm going back to resistance training or assisted pull-ups and dips to increase the amount of reps. What do I mean? I'm adding resistance. So let's say I'm adding 100 pounds of resistance. So that means instead of moving my body weight, I'm moving my body weight minus 100 pounds. That allows me to focus on my form. Am I engaging my muscles properly? Am I pulling in the correct set of muscles instead of focusing on the wrong ones? Am I, do I have proper form in my dips when I'm doing dips? Are my elbows going back or are they flaring out? It depends on the style of dip I'm doing. But this process of regression allows me to really build up the muscles I want to work on. It allows me to focus on the level of strength that I'm trying to attain. And not that progression, there's anything wrong with that, because I want to progress. The point of regression is to get back to a place where I can begin to progress again. So maybe that's something you might need to focus on. Sometimes we can have this, just out of the gate, jackrabbit shotgun start, and it starts off great, but we're not able to maintain that level of energy or enthusiasm or whatever it is. You've got to pull back. Sometimes less is more. And in this case, regression tends to be that less is more, and it tends to be what's needed. So you guys, give that a shot. As far as a workout for the day, here's what I did today. Excuse me, here's the yawn. My workout for the day was this. I started with a 10-minute jog, and then I did the following movements for a count of 10. I did 10 deadlifts. I did 10 incline push-ups, reverse grip. If you don't know what that is, look that up. But I did it low instead of up high. So it was deadlift, incline push-up, reverse grip on the barbell, dumbbell curls, bent over rows, both overhand and underhand grip. I did dumbbell tricep extensions, and then squats. I didn't do the only movement that was body weight were the push-ups, and I did 5 sets, 10 each. On the deadlift, bent over row, and the squat, it was at 105 pounds. And that may not sound like much for a guy my size, but I'm not used to training at that many sets for that many reps. So Fat Boy was sweating. Fat Boy was struggling. I walked away jelly-legged and shaking. And when I get up from driving, I'm probably still going to be jelly-legged. So we'll see how that goes. But so give that a try. I want you to pick, and here's why. I want to focus on building up my back. I want to focus on strengthening my quads, strengthening my lower back, and adding stability front and back. So I did the deadlift, which works my lower back, and I paired that with the incline reverse grip push-up, which works triceps, biceps, and chest. And then after that, I focused on biceps by doing the curls, and I paired that. I did a companion set, or excuse me, a complementary set of bent over rows, which works tricep and back. And then I did tricep to follow that up with, to focus on those, and I rounded everything out with a bodyweight squat, which incorporates back and quads and glutes. So I wanted to have more of a major muscle group kind of day, and that was it. So give that a try. It's something different, and I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a great workout planned. Hope you have some great meals planned. Friday I talked about doing a Shakeology cleanse. I did not properly prepare, so I planned to fail. And so instead of going into it not prepared, I'm going to pick up stuff tomorrow, start my 3-day cleanse, and get my body back right. But I did rest. I did have some garden time, planted some great stuff, and I made a great day, a great weekend of it, and it was a nice few days off. So you guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great workout, and remember, we're just ordinary people trying to live extraordinary lives. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.